Hey Patreons, this is another one of those things that, hell, it wouldn't be possible without y'all, right? I mean, it's so cool because pieces of this vision are starting to come true, you know, like, it's funny, this isn't what Kurt said we should do. Like, when we turned this on, we came up with the plan. I'm completely off script. I will get to the plan, I promise. But with this house, you know, like, it came up the right time, and it was just, we were able to go for it, and it's been awesome and amazing. But then it's been a pain in the ass getting it ready, but things are starting to come together, and all that work is starting to pay dividends. You know, you're seeing 2 racks in here, and you're seeing the main room get painted and kind of finished. And here, come in here, and we'll show you something else we did today that we didn't show anybody else. Probably because we half fucked it up, but we'll get it right. And then we'll get back to it. So, like, you know, we got our hose. So the hose is installed. We got a sink. The drain is working. Unfortunately, the water hoses were the wrong size, so I got to get some different ones. But we'll have a hose. The hose will attach right to here instead of here when the water is hooked up. Sprayer for cleaning. So this is all coming together. We need to put some board backing here and here to kind of keep that going. But it's little things like this that to me make a huge ass deal, because, you know, how am I going to clean stuff? How am I going to do that? And it's a pain where I'm at now because we didn't design our house for it. But this house we get to design around my animals. So it is freaking awesome that, you know, everything's going to be working and designed around them. So this is a small victory. This is a small victory for me. But let's go look at the big victory and talk about what this place is going to be like, because it's starting to come together, right? You got 3 rattlesnakes in here, you got a gator in here, and everybody, you know, I think a lot of people on YouTube, you guys have seen it, we've been doing feed videos with Sobek and things like that. I think a lot of people on YouTube thought Sobek had died or thought I was hiding it, and I guess I was kind of hiding it. I wasn't hiding it because something bad happened to him. I was hiding it because I wanted to put him in a different cage. I just didn't want to deal with the drama of him being in the wrong cage, because he was in the wrong cage. He had outgrown it by far. So getting this project done, it means a lot to me because of all the animals that I've kept. You know, this is one of the ones I wanted the most. Like, this has been a dream animal of mine for a very, very long time. Probably about circa 2001, 2002. I wanted one of these since then, and it took me till I think 2015 or 16 to get it. So I'd have to look back at our introduction video. We did a video the day we got him. So it was a long time coming, right? But I wasn't keeping him very properly anymore, you know, and I felt pretty guilty about that. Like, every time I'd see that cage, I was like, man, I really got to do something about this. And then we'd have the plans to do it, and we were getting ready to start doing it. We'd actually hit up some contractors. We were going to pay like some landscaping contractors to do it. And then this house came up, and they got pushed back. So I'm like, man. And every time I'd see it, I felt guilty. Now I don't feel guilty anymore. Is it as pretty as it would have been? No, we might make it prettier, sure. Is it functional? Absolutely. I mean, he can stretch out on that landmass, tail and all. He can turn around. He can do everything. He has plenty of water, space. He'll be able to feed in here. The water has the flow I want it to. This is everything he had in his old cage, but just scaled up. And the landmass is better because it's actually rock on there, so it's plastic. And, you know, it's going to be easier to maintain and clean. So it's just all together better. Better for him. It's better for me. And it's going to be great. But this room, what this is going to be when you guys stay here. So what will happen when you stay here is eventually I'll have access to that door. So I don't have to bother you if you're upstairs having family night or playing games or whatever it is you're doing. You know, you do you if I'm coming over here working. But I'll shoot you a message like, hey, I'm working. Or if we're just hanging out, whatever, you know, we may be doing that here too. And this door here, when we put a real door on here that closes, will lock, right? So I say, hey, I'm here working. You guys want to hang out, just come on down. This door will unlock. So that you have access just to come in and hang out and be with us or see what's going on. Obviously, if you stay here, this will be open to you sometimes when we're all hanging out, so you can come spend some time in here with us. All this caging, this is going away. That's likely going away, although it's really kind of cool and functional. This likely going to go away. We got some new caging coming in we're going to test. You guys have kind of already seen it. I think TGR let the cat out the bag on some of their advertising. I'm hoping it's here very soon. So if we like that, we'll probably do a lot more of those. And what you're eventually going to have, it'll take us some time, is this wall will have an animal display on it. This wall probably won't. Actually, we probably will, as long as the door doesn't get in the way. So the door will open to here. So here will likely be an animal display. There might be an animal display here for some smaller stuff. We'll see. There'll be animal displays along here. There'll be animal displays along here. And this will be in the middle. So this is going to be like a micro little zoo, right? It's going to have all kinds of cool shit in there. Some of it will be working breeding animals. Some of it won't. So they're just going to be rattlesnakes because I like them. You know, if we can get it figured out to get a gaboon viper here, we'll probably have one of those at some point. That's a maybe. We'll definitely have our carpet pythons over here. Kurt keeps talking about blood pythons, so there may be blood pythons in here. There will be things in here that I don't feel like I should really keep for their full life in a tub. And that's what's going to go in here. They're going to go in taller cages, more displays set up. And people are going to be able to come in here and see that and hang out in here. And of course, we'll have our ball python room. And that hose will stretch to work everything in here. And it is just, it's a dream for me to be able to do this. And I can't wait to share it with you guys. Like, to physically share it with you when you're here. Like, and whether that's because you won the weekend and you're staying here and you're living in this house for a few nights and crashing here and eating dinner and hanging out with us and filming with us and doing all that. Or if you're just driving through like David was and you hit me up and it works out. Man, come by. Like, I want to share this with you guys. Like, I do. You know, it would be a shame to have this cool setup and all these neat animals that most people, try that again. All these neat animals that a lot of people never get to see. Like, you're not going to go to a zoo and find a frickin' scaleless rattlesnake. You're not going to find it. You will here. It'll be just kind of really neat to share that with people. That being said, let's give you a quick tour of this, and I'm going to open up for suggestions from you guys, because we did kind of throw this together, and some of this was kind of like a last-minute plans change how we did it. So this below us, we'll probably end up tacking it down somehow. This is just a pond liner, and it is just simply because he's going to splash water out. We're going to splash water when we clean the filters and things like that. So this is just to keep Question Girl happy that I don't make the carpet smell like gator crap, and all that gets caught on the pond liner, easy cleanup, you know, and it keeps it out of there. This is just some plastic lattice, which is pretty awesome because it actually is really bendable. So what Kurt did is he drilled holes in the lip of this pond, and this is like an outdoor koi pond basically. And so we were able to baling wire it. Yeah, we're Kansas rednecks through and through. We baling wire this shit all around. But look how tight it is. So if you look here, he's not going to be able to press and get through there anywhere. It's really tight. So that's going to work out really well. We were going to attach this here until we realized we were morons, and this just fit in really nice. So we will wire this through here. We got the hanging light. It is putting out heat. It is doing good. So that's kind of cool. And it's sturdy. I can push on it. No issue. Now, the one thing, if you use a koi pond for this, I know the light is getting all screwed up. Let me move over here. Is where that gator is now. I keep calling him a gator, but let's remember he is a dwarf caiman. I guess I should use the proper terminology. Where that caiman is now, with all that rock, that would wait and kind of do this. Because these things are like plastic formed and they're strong. And they're holding all this water, right? But that's just kind of hanging out there. So we took cinder blocks, and you really can't see them, but cinder blocks all underneath there that really kind of prop it up and almost raise it up a little bit so the water won't get trapped there. It actually will flow off. So that way it can support his weight and hold up and not crack and break. How we achieved the flow I wanted, Kurt didn't think this would work. See, this is where we're both really good. There's crap I'm like, man, I don't know how to do this. I know this is what I want, but I don't know how to do it. He knows how to do it. He'll figure it out. Or things that he'll be like, oh, this will work. I'll be like, the hell, I can't see it because my brain doesn't work that way, and his does, and it'll work. But there are other things I'm like, this is how I want it to work, and it's going to work. It's like, that's not going to work, and it does. So we kind of fill each other's gaps, so to speak. But with this water flowing that way, this water is going to push that direction. The suction's here. So as it flows here, and the suction's going to come, you should get a nice swirling motion. If you watch those bubbles traveling around, you can see they're going out, and then they start to want to suck back in this direction. So I think we are getting that. We are achieving it. We will make the heater better, but that swirling motion is really good. These guys live in rivers and things like that, so that moving water is something that they really like. It really makes them feel much more comfortable in stagnant water. If he was an American alligator, good stagnant water would be perfect. But since he's not, this is awesome. I keep thinking one day I'm going to build a waterfall, but the fact of the matter is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And not doing a big rock waterfall would look really cool. It would take away space from him. This doesn't take away any space, so kind of neat. So anyway, and the filter is over here. What this is the same filter we were using, but now you get kind of a chance to see it. It is an old style canister filter. I don't know how old it is. We got it with our old tank, but it works like a beast. So it also has a UV, which is on. Like turn it off, turn the UV on. The UV light will kill bacteria to keep all the bacteria out, to keep it from getting as much algae and things like that. So that helps out a lot. There are several different layers of filter in here, including charcoal. So you got charcoal, a pond scum filter, everything else, and then you have like tighter filters and particle filters to help filter everything. We'll probably have to clean this. We'll be cleaning it fairly often, and he's going to make a mess. And we're going to have to clean it pretty soon because it's going to filter out all that dust that was in there. We're going to have to probably clean that within 3 days once that water clears up, is my guess. But it's easy to do, especially with where it is. So, Kurt, did I miss anything on the tour of this cage?
The door?
The door! Yeah! This is another thing that Kurt, and this is kind of redneck janky, I will admit to that, but it does work. I wanted a wide door. So what we did is this one is attached to the thing here. So it's really, and this one is not. So this isn't attached except for clear over here. So this is the only spot that has a little bit of give to it, but not enough he's going to get through there. But you flip these two latches, and it opens. And it opens really wide. And the reason I wanted to open really wide is, let's say I needed to get in there for anything. I could get this to stay where I want it. There. Stay. I could. So now I have this much room to work. I can work around him if I need to. And I'm not confined to a tight little space if I have a small door, which is not really what I want with an animal that, it can't hurt me. I mean, this is an animal that can't hurt me. It can't send me to the hospital. Is it going to kill me? No. Is it going to rip my hand off? No. Is it going to rip a pinky off? But its bite is enough that if it latched on and it thrashed, which they tend to do when they bite, you're talking you can have severed tendons and you can have damage that's not going to be easily fixable to your hand. But this lets me get in here, work how I want to work, have lots of space. That water's still a little cool, but it'll warm up with that heater on. And do what I need to do. And this water also has a 300 watt heater in it, so it's doing pretty good. He don't even care, he's just like... So, the door being wide, lets me get in there with him too. And the ceiling, we put it in between the posts, so that way I can literally stand on that area and not hit my head if I were to need to for any reason. So far I haven't, but Kurt did have to screw in that there, so you can see how the wood poles are attached. That's kind of it, guys. I mean, the only thing that we really need to change that I could think of is the heating system for the water. I mean, it's not bad. It's covered. He really isn't going to move this too much. There's a double shield there, and then the heater's in there. There it is. So, we do need to fix that. And the suction cups in there are not working very well. But it'll work. It'll do fine for now. So that's kind of where things are at. And get this little black chunk out. We do have a little bit of plastic from the drill, things like that we'll have to get out of there. But anyway, that's really all I got. Kurt, anything you want to add?
No.
Alright guys, if you want to know the cost of the build, everything in here that you see that's new, we got for about, $325, Kurt, with tax?
Yeah.
At Menards. So, big shout out to Manhattan Menards. Those guys were awesome. They took us all around the store. They found us everything we needed. We should have given them a shout out in the YouTube video. We probably will in some words and scrolling. They really made it happen. What that wasn't included was, of course, the lighting fixtures we already had, and the filtration system we already had, and the heater we already had. But everything else we actually sourced together for under $350. And that includes the rock, everything. So
how much was the koi pond?
The koi pond? It was on sale for like $89. Originally we were thinking about getting one big metal stock pond, but we saw this, like that land mass is the right size, the water is the right size. It just seemed easier to go this route and make it work. So we did, and this was the largest pond they had. I mean, if they'd have had one that was about a foot bigger, that would have been cool too, but I think this will work fine. So really, really happy with it. And the thing is too now, let's say he did outgrow it, like we talked about in the YouTube video, so we'd make something to work. Well, now that this is in here, and we can really get see it, I can tell you we could go probably another 1.5 feet if we needed to, wouldn't you say, Kurt?
Yep.
And we would just get a bigger koi pond and do the same damn thing, because, I mean, as far as building a gator cage, I've seen several built in my years now. The last one I saw people build cost $1,500, and it had rock. I mean, it was pretty, but I don't know if it was really any better than this. And this was $300. So if he does outgrow it, we'll just go with a bigger koi pond, which I think was better than our original idea. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, it was easier, it was simple. We got it done in a day. It's pretty awesome. But we are tired, and we are probably going to catch some sleep. So, guys, I just want to say thanks one more time. And you're going to see more of Sobek. And like I told you, if we can find a way to swing it, it may take us a bit, so give us some time. We got to get some other things done first and figure out how we mount everything. But Kurt has talked about mounting a 24-hour live cam for you guys, where we probably just, I don't know, make another YouTube channel and guess you have a link to or something. And
it'll be just on the computer, like a webcam where they just log on and be able to see.
Yeah, we'd be able to log on and see, and you'd have 24-hour access to check on what Sobek is doing. And I don't know if we'd mount that camera from the top looking down, or from like right here looking in, or what we would do. But then if we're working Sobek, you would know. And what we could do then too is if we're about to feed him or something like that, you know, we could give a quick warning like, hey, in about 10 minutes we're going to be feeding Sobek, and you could pull it up and watch us feed him and that kind of stuff if we wanted to. We'd probably do one with no audio. That way when we're sitting here, you're not hearing us like, fuck this and fuck that, you know, and bitch about general things like everybody tends to do. But, or one we can turn the audio on and off on maybe, I don't know, we'll figure that out. Alright guys, plus we don't want our wives spying on us. I mean, if we're in here, right? Like doing guy stuff and talking to them, be like, well, I heard what you said. We can't have that. Alright, anything else you want to add, Kurt?
No.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.